Hello and welcome to TechX. Waste is a cost to every business that hoteliers continually try to minimize. It exists in every department, from food to amenities, chemicals, and labor. Waste contributes nothing to guest satisfaction, the product, or our services. It exists in all industry sectors at every level, from budget to luxury, continually eroding profit, silently and often undetected. Neil Corr, Director of Emerging Innovations at Ideas Revenue Solutions, joins me today to discuss and demonstrate how advanced forecasting can reduce waste, optimize labour, and improve sustainability. Neil is an established sales and revenue management professional with extensive experience facilitating change management at an enterprise level in both the hospitality and mobility industries. Neil began his journey at Ideas as a strategic management consultant, heading Ideas consulting services in EMEA, and now leads sales initiatives for new verticals and emerging innovations. Welcome, Neil.
Thanks, Matt, and thanks for having me again today. So I wanted to start today's conversation by addressing a simple question that we're often asked here at Ideas. And that is, why is advanced automated forecasting so important? And more importantly, how does forecast accuracy, rather than forecast performance, how does it really benefit hotel operations from a sustainability standpoint? And can it really be credited, Matt, to your point, with labor efficiencies and things like sustainable food sourcing? So to give you a sense of the sheer scale of the challenge that we face as an industry, check out this alarming study from Barclay. We think it really throws a huge spotlight on the unsustainable state of play right now. So there's some pretty alarming numbers that jump out there. And as revenue management professionals, and more importantly, I think as hoteliers, wherever we sit in the food chain, you'll pardon the pun there, we all have a responsibility. In fact, some would argue, and many do, that we are actually exacerbating this waste through suboptimal forecasting. It's largely manual, let's be honest. It involves a lot of fuzzy logic outside of guest room forecasting. We're using things like basic drivers and metrics. And of course, we're absolutely drowning in the dreaded Excel spreadsheets when it comes to food and beverage and outlet forecasting, particularly when it comes to food. So this is really further echoed when we look at some of the empirical hospitality research that we've observed from many prestigious sources. Focusrite, for example, have recently highlighted how the inability to use advanced AI and machine learning to control things like forecast noise, forecast uncertainty, it's actually been credited with leading to double-digit profit decline, Matt, as you alluded to in your introduction. Skift then alarmed us a bit further this year by sharing that possibly around 70% of hoteliers are admitting and conceding that they have really poor food and beverage forecasting capability, either through manual process or legacy technologies, or none at all in some cases. And then finally, correlating directly with Ideas' own research with our RevPlan solution, there it is, as clear as can be. If you improve forecast accuracy even by as little as 3%, so those incremental gains, look at the resultant profit margin increase that can be possible through things like elimination or reduction of food waste. So it seems clear, the evidence is there, that optimal automated operational forecasting will provide better planning, it will reduce wastage, it can save up to a day a week in onerous forecasting and budgeting data gathering and preparation. We found that this will result in better food and beverage, conference and banqueting, outlet, retail forecasting. So does this mean that we can finally staff more efficiently and, more importantly, sustainably? And can we also, at the same time, hit those profit margin uplift targets?
So, Neil, can you tell us, how does Ideas help hotels achieve these waste reductions and better forecasting?
Yeah, so Matt, we've really stepped up in our 30-year history. We've been pretty, synonymous with guest room revenue management optimization, but we've had to really respond in recent years to the growing industry demand for innovation in exactly the area that you describe. So in terms of helping clients deliver on sustainability goals, which really is the the buzzword of today, our clients and teams have always been familiar with the revenue optimization cycle, as we've always described it from a revenue management and optimization standpoint. So we've applied a similar logic when we look at it in terms of a full holistic end-to-end requirement for total revenue forecasting or total property level forecasting. So we believe that in this image here, as you can see, encompassing all of the departmental forecasting that is required in either a single large property or at the enterprise level, consolidated, automated total property forecasting and budgeting across the organization is going to help hit some of those sustainability targets. And again, they'll become far more achievable and not just aspirational. And again, really moving beyond that, what are we doing tangibly with technology? So we really want to provide an environment where the future allows us to not just visualize all of this, but measure and manage it as well. So here's a quick peek at RevPlan's forecasting power, sort of writ large on the screen, providing actionable insights into food and beverage performance, key performance indicators, forecasts that are going to be deliverable straight into the finance system. And this is really the sweet spot when it comes to helping profit margin, but also improving sustainability and achieving both of those goals in tandem. You can see we're getting more into the field now of better F&B performance measurement and management with some of those KPIs that are becoming much more familiar to us now, enabling all of this capability through technology. So just in summary, really, Matt, I just wanted to bring it back to those stats that we shared at the start. So those key statistics that the likes of Focusrite, Skift, and AMR have shared. How can we, as a technology vendor and a partner, help hospitality clients eliminate the three biggest pains associated with forecasting, particularly the volatility that we know is really inherent in our F&B data, and it leads to really poor cost control. But let's take it up a level. Let's be aspirational. Can we be one of the 30% of hotels who can honestly say, actually, do you know what? We are nailing it when it comes to advanced F&B and ancillary forecasting. And then, as AMR research showed, let's put an end to suboptimal forecasting, inaccurate rostering, inaccurate purchasing, and really take advantage of more profitable opportunities that are out there as we've emerged through COVID and into really great market performance. So to me and ideas, that this really sounds like a sustainable way forward, Matt.
Thank you very much, Neil. The biggest pressures on general managers, executive chefs, labour scheduling people is on profit. And this certainly seems like a solution that could assist those hoteliers to improve their forecasting and drive up their profits by minimising their wastage. So thank you very much for that insightful presentation and demonstration. I'm sure it'll be of assistance to so many hoteliers who, as I say, are constantly focused on reducing wastage in their business.
Thanks, Matt.
For more information on Ideas Solutions, visit ideas.com or contact the team at info@ideas.com. Thank you for joining us today and take care.